Big thanks to our friends over at Game.Press for providing us a key for Troleu for review purposes. Hello, this is Tim at Wembembo on everything, and I'm back with a small DLC episode on the game Troleu. Troleu is a game that was developed by Underground and published by Critical Reflex. It doesn't currently have a release date, but it is a roguelike whacky bus inspector / ticket inspector simulator. That's probably the best way I could describe it, but let's see what the developers think. Troleu is a wacky and chaotic first-person action game that puts you in the shoes of a trolleybus conductor. Keep things rolling smoothly by ensuring passengers' travel validity, and watch out for rule breakers. From issuing tickets to enforcing rules with your fists, it's all part of a wild ride. Pretty accurate summary. As the game says, you are a trolleybus conductor. Your job is to inspect people's tickets, inspect their bus passes, make sure they're not playing music too loud, make sure babies aren't crying too loud, and if need be, get into fist fights with the objective of completing a full route on the bus. That is easier said than done, but there are little perks along the way to help you out. So for example, there is a mysterious man in a trench coat who will appear in your bus every 5 or so stops to sell you things that you have, to sell you things using money that you've earned from bus tickets. So this can be anything from more tickets to a stun gun. You might get some paint or something, or a weapon or something to help fight people off. If you see anyone who is either not obeying the rules of the bus or hasn't got a ticket or a valid bus pass, you can kick them and throw them off the bus as it drives down the street. Makes no bones about that bit. But then at the end of each run, you have to fight the bus inspector, who is he's just a big dude. You beat him by making passengers fall unconscious by kicking them and then throwing them at the bus inspector. This game puts gameplay first over, well, sense, to be frank. I find it a little refreshing in that way, and while I don't think it's got particular staying power in that we're not going to see it as like a top 10 indie game of the last 10 years or whatever, what I think it does have is a little bit of impact in what could be a TikTok space, for example, or just YouTube bait for a week or so before people move on. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think Troleu is a fun little quirky adventure that I would like to see a lot more of on social media. Now, granted, I only played a demo, but I liked what I saw. I think there's a lot of potential, and I think with the game's full launch, whenever that may be, I think the devs are going to come out with something really short, really sweet, and you know what? Just a little bit weird. If you're looking for something experimental, I'd maybe pick it up for like $5 for your Steam Deck. That's what I played it on, and it works just fine. It's a neat little project. Give it a look. This has been Tim at Wembembo on everything, and I'll see you next time.